Hi, I'm Hannah. Thanks for watching. Hi friends, it has been a long time since my last video and I'm so happy to be here recording and spending this 20-30 minutes with you guys. It is a beautiful day here in North Carolina where I live. I face my backyard when I record, and so I always get distracted by whatever the weather is, and today the high is only 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is huge for August here. That is so low. It has been so nice. I actually was chilly this morning when we went outside to play and swing. It was just amazing. I'm wearing my sweater. I probably don't need it now outside because it's reached like that 80 degree, but this morning it was 60 Fahrenheit. The weather inspired this video. I felt the temperature and said I need to record today. I need to get back in the groove. I think maybe next year I'll just take this summer off from videos if it goes like this summer. My kiddos were both home with me all summer. It was just chaotic to try and record videos, but I'm back and I am very excited. I have a few things to show you, not as much as I would have hoped, but life has just been crazy with kiddos and I don't know, trying to find a routine. At the end, I'm starting sort of a new segments on what I'm reading and my other hobbies, so stay tuned to the end if you want to hear about what I'm reading and what I'm growing in my garden this week. I have a finished object. These are the Adventure Days socks by Aimee Sher Makes. I test knit these socks, and so the pattern I believe is coming mid-September. I will post about it when it comes up, because yeah, I test knit them, so I'll promote them on mostly my Instagram, but I'll try to remember to post here too, and my newsletter if you are signed up for that. So these are the Adventure Days socks. They're a DK weight sock with a lot of options. You can do 2x2 rib, you can do twisted rib, 1x1. There's lots of different heel types. So basically like choose your own adventure sock. Vanilla DK weight sock, but lots of options. So this is the toddler size, which was the right circumference for my daughter, but I knit them a lot shorter. I think they were originally like this long, and I shortened them after I tried them on her because while she has the circumference of a toddler foot, she does not have the length. So these were a gift for her birthday. She just turned 1 last week, which was huge and just very special and sweet, and I can't believe she's 1. And yeah, she's the life of the party. She had a great birthday and she really likes her socks. Actually, she wore them, and I think they'll be very nice for the winter. It doesn't get super cold here, but good for like when we go outside and she's just swinging and she needs some socks on her barefoot feet. I think it'd be good. This is Sandnes Garn Perfect, which is their DK weight sock yarn. I love it. Definitely recommend it. I've used it for socks for me. These were socks for her. I used about 30 grams. So yes, lovely. I should mention Aimee's pattern is not just kids. It's baby to adult sizes. So this is size 2 toddler. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see it come out. I do have more finished objects. I don't think I ever shared with you guys the second version of my Ollie's Classic Cardigan. Don't worry, I have adult knits today too, but this is the version I made for my daughter. I just released a pattern about 2 weeks ago, Ollie's Classic Cardigan. It's the cardigan version of Ollie's Classic Crew, which I released 3 years ago. This is Poppy's version. I used 2 different colors of good wool, and I did not put buttons on it, so it's just gonna stay open. She will eat the buttons based on her seeing my son's version, which she just put, I mean, they are ice cream, so I understand why you might think you need to eat them, but she put them in her mouth for sure. Anyway, this is Ollie's version, and he really likes it. He tried it on a few times. He picked out the buttons. He loves the color. But I've shown you this before, but I hadn't shown you Poppy's version, and it's very cute. It looks really cute on her. I posted some pictures of her wearing it. I'll show you a picture of her wearing it because it's just like the cutest thing. Kids and their knits are so cute. So that was this version. I finished it a while ago, but I just hadn't shown you guys the updated finished object. Okay, let's see what else. This is a finished object. The ends are not woven in because I don't know what to do about it. I knit this with my sisters. We both have the same linen from Stephen and Penelope in Amsterdam. And so this is what I made. This is the basic, classic, I'll put it in the notes, Yoke Tee by Knit. And I was inspired by Marlene from Marlene Knits. She made this summer, and it's a DK weight, just classic yoke. You can probably see where the end creases are, Yoke Tee. And I use the linen held double. My sister's using 1 strand of linen and 2 strands of like a cotton lace weight that she thrifted. And so we are both making the same top. I finished mine. I haven't tried it on post blocking. This is post blocking. I tried it on pre blocking, and my son saw it and he said, "Mommy, that doesn't look like it fits you," which was really kind of funny. And he wanted to try it on, and honestly, it looked like it fit him better than it fit me. So I don't know what I'm going to do about this yet. Like I said, I haven't tried it on post blocking. I tried to really stretch it. It's honestly not that much smaller than the schematic for the recommended size, or for the size that I made. But I think I should have checked the schematic before, or like the finished measurements, before I picked the size. I just said, oh yeah, I picked that size. I have almost enough yarn. Almost enough. I just cropped it a little. But I think I should have checked the measurements to see like if I liked how it fit me. I think I'm just not used to it being perhaps as tight. I'm not sure. I don't know. And everyone like fits things so differently. So anyway, I haven't tried it on post blocking. Pre-blocking, it was small. It was very, very small. It was a little bit uncomfortable to wear. It's not looking that small, but I'm also not standing or wearing it. So I need to weave the ends in, but I'm putting off trying it on because I don't want to be like super disappointed with it. If it doesn't fit, I anticipate that I will just frog it. And I really like the idea of it, and like I want a linen tee. I've gotten really into linen this summer. I am really sold on this top, but I need it to fit. So I think I would just reknit it with a larger needle size. I just used the recommended needle size. And I think maybe after seeing my sister's and how it's a little more open, mine is pretty dense. And so I think going up a needle size, I mean, she's using the recommended needle size, but I just knit quite tight, I would say. And so anyway, I think I might, yeah, I don't know. I'll update you guys. You'll probably see it on my Instagram when I finally try it on. If it actually fits me or not, and weave in the ends, of course. But anyway, hopefully that works. I don't know if it will, but I ran out of yarn as well. Like there's like this much. There's 1 gram left of yarn because that was all the yarn I had. So I can't really make it like longer or wider. This is kind of it. But I think like knitting it maybe with a larger size needle would help the fit be a little bit better. We'll see. Yeah, so that's my Yoke Tee. Again, mixed reviews on if it's going to work out. I enjoyed knitting it. I like how it feels. I don't know if I like how it fits. I'm going to pause here to tell you what I'm wearing. This is my Cardi Jumper by Vert Knits, and I keep tucking it because there's one end I just found. Oh, okay, pardon me. There's 2 ends I just found that I need to weave in and cut off, or just cut off. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is my Cardi Jumper. Follow me for a while, you know this story, but I knit this 2.5 years ago, my goodness. And you can kind of see the line, but I cropped it because I ran out of yarn. And so it was like this long, which was quite short for me. And I never wore it, like ever. And I was really disappointed because I love like the shape and the fit. It's quite nice to wear with a dress. Like I like how it's a little bit fitted. And yeah, I like the silhouette. Oh, another end. I think I just didn't weave. Those are all woven in. This one is not. Anyway, I like the silhouette. I loved my buttons that I chose, but I just did not like the length. And so I finally took it out. I had a whole double knit button band that I would knit on US 0 needles, and I frogged that. I frogged the ribbing, and I added a lot more length. I had another skein of yarn. It just like was lost in the mail, so I went ahead and finished it. Then I had a too short sweater and a ball of yarn staring at me for like 2 years. Anyway, I finished it. I love it. I've already worn it more than I did in the last 2 years. Instead of doing the double knit button band again, I did the I-cord button band, and I'm super happy. I have 0 regrets about that. and I could button it if I want to, but I like just leaving it open. I am really happy with it. So glad that I fixed it. And yeah, I recommend the pattern. It's lovely. One last finished object. This is not quite dry. I blocked it last night. I put it in the washer to spin it. It's still a little damp on the back, so I'm about to go put it outside to get a little bit of sun and warmth on it. But this is a sweater for my son, and you guys, look how big it is. Honestly, it's the same length as my tee that I made myself, but this is for my son, and looking at it, oh my goodness, I'm tearing up. Looking at it, he is growing up so much. I know it's good that he's growing up and that he's, happy, healthy little guy. I don't want to take that for granted, but sometimes I look at the sweater blocking and I think, who is this big kid? How is he mine? And I just love him so much. And anyway, it's getting me today. Anyway, this is his sweater. It is a raglan construction. This is one of my designs, and it is going to be the next testing call that I have. So it looks like a basic raglan kid sweater. It kind of is. It has all the classic things that you know from my patterns, sizes, ages 0 to 10 years, and this is a size 7, so I think it's like a four-year size. It's a little bit oversized, like a comfy, grow into it kind of vibe. My goal is to make a pattern that's super beginner friendly. Some of my patterns are, I would say, advanced beginner, but my goal is to really make this like super beginner friendly. This will go to my newsletter subscribers first. So I know a lot of you guys are not beginner knitters. That's not why you're here, but I really want to reach out to the people that, hear about a new baby in their extended family, or they are wanting to make something special for their son's first day of school, or I don't know, there's a big trip coming up and they want something for their child. So I want to reach those people who are just like, I haven't made something before and I think I want to make a sweater. So that's this. Obviously, this is also for you if you're not a beginner knitter. I need lots of test knitters, and I would love to have you test knit this. So one part of the design on this sweater is that I'm going to include charts for duplicate stitching, like an initial on the front. So either here, like as in a pocket style, or here as like the big letter. I'll also include inspiration for embroidery ideas and like the crochet letters that are really popular, crochet name across the front. So I really want this to be like a blank canvas for you and your knitting recipient to personalize. And I don't have a name for it, like something about initials or personalizing. I don't have a name for it yet, but that is the sweater. I haven't put Ollie's O on yet because I wanted to ask him about the color first and I need it to dry. But then I'll be stitching. I haven't decided between duplicate stitch or more of like a crochet chain style on his sweater, but that's why it's just blank on the front, because I'm going to add his initial. Now for my works in progress. This is really what I've been working on for the last 3 weeks, was getting my pattern out, finishing that blue sample, and I have one more sample to show you. This is going to be a little bit later. I don't have the bandwidth right now to get this tech edited and test knitted while I'm finishing that one, but this is another one, and I think it's really cute. Another design of mine that I'm hoping to put out this winter. This will come out later. That will be sooner, obviously. This will be later. And it's a similar raglan shape. I need to finish this. Obviously need to attach the next pocket, finish the other sleeve. I think I'm going to make the sleeves a little wider. I tried this on my daughter and it was just a little tight down at the bottom. So I think I'm going to tweak that a little bit and make the sleeves decrease less. But anyway, so this is another sample I've been working on. It takes me longer to knit these samples because my kids are getting bigger. It took me like forever to knit my sons, and I was like, this is another work in progress, and I finally have something new on the needles for me Not that I need something for myself, but I felt like there was a long stretch where I was just working on my design stuff. And here is this. I did something I said I wasn't going to do. I signed up for a long, complicated test knit, but this is my swatch. I am knitting a test knit for Rebecca Clow from the Creabea podcast, and it is her gorgeous cabled cardigan style. I think there's 4 different versions. So there's cardigan, sweater, vest, pullover vest, I think. And anyway, it's coming out in November or December is the plan. And this is my swatch. I'm a little behind, but it's okay. I think my swatch is going to end up being too small. I'm holding together Good Wool with itself, and this is from a frogged sweater that I made, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago. I frogged it this year, and I'm reusing the yarn to make this sweater. Now, if you watch my Make 9 video, you know I've not made very much progress, but this sweater is going to replace my Esther jacket from my Make 9 because it's a very similar style, and I'm also going to knit it to the shape of the Esther jacket. And I just wanted to diversify a little bit. I had 2 petite knit patterns on my Make 9. I haven't knit a petite knit pattern in years, and so I thought when I saw Rebecca's design and test call that looked very similar, and instead I could support her work, and I'm doing that instead. So that is gonna cross that one out, add this one in. Finally making some progress. I had planned to use the frogged yarn for that pattern, so it worked out well. I just have to make sure I can meet gauge. This is pretty dense and structured. Like the drape is it's not really draping, it's very, very sturdy. So I think even if I go up a needle size, it'll still have the structure of the Esther jacket. That will be nice for this cardigan as well. I'm hoping to finish this by my birthday in October. Be a nice birthday sweater for me. I know, same color as this, I guess, but I don't know. I just really collect a lot of white sweaters, I guess, but it just feels very classic to me, and I wanted it in the jacket style, and so the white felt like the color I would wear the most. I apologize if you can hear the cicadas. I have the door open to the screen and porch. Nature is out there. Let's talk about what's next for my knitting. I don't have any acquisitions today, so instead I'll share what I'm planning to spend the most of my time on. Design-wise, I'm going to get that blue one out. It's right there, that's why I'm pointing over there. I'm going to get the blue one out to my testers, hopefully by the end of this week or early next week. So watch your inbox if you're a newsletter subscriber and you want to test. I love my testers and I am very grateful for them. Second, I'm going to be really working on this, really working on it. It's got a lot of intricate cables. The other test knitters have been sending pictures and they're like, wow, this flew off my needles and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it's not as complicated as it looks, or maybe people are just monogamous knitters and I'm not. But that is what I'm going to really put my head down and lock in, as the kids say, and work on this. And the last thing that the third thing I want to work on this month for my knitting is my stocking. I haven't made a ton of progress since last time. As you can see, the needles are not even on it. I want to finalize the 4th color that I'm going to use. I have the white and green, this red, and I want to add perhaps a dark forest green to this as well. And then I can make some more progress on my stocking. So this needs to be done for Christmas. Will it? Let me know if you think I can do it. I have so many projects on my mind and my heart, on my computer for my designs, but I also want to finish the things that I plan to do. The good thing is that a lot of them are just personal plans, and so if I don't finish them, it's all right. Let's chat about my other hobbies. Okay, my garden is kind of exploding. I have 2 big garden beds on my porch, and I have recently purchased 2 more in the side yard. Our yard is very prone to flooding, so I didn't want to put the beds in the yard because they would just be bogged down. We need to rip up the grass, all of that. So there's 2 beds over there in the side yard, 2 beds over here. I'll put some pictures in for you guys. I started some seeds a few weeks ago, and a lot of them have come up. I have a spot in my garage where my son and I, we start seeds and we check on them every day. It's very sweet. And so I planted some of those plants out into the new beds that we just got a week or two ago, and they're doing really well. I'm a little bit out of season for some of these plants, but I'm just seeing what works. This is our first full summer in our house, and that'll be like the first fall, winter that I grow a garden. And so I am hopeful. I'm in zone 7A, 7B, 8A. I don't know. If you're in the US, there's hardiness zones. Basically, it just tells you like what grows well in your area, how long your growing season is, when is your frost date. I'm in North Carolina in the Piedmont, so we have a rather nice growing period. It gets quite hot in the summers, but we have from anywhere like April to October is our growing season for the traditional summer garden. So I feel like we have a good amount of time. I need to figure out what works in our yard. We have so much sun, but also a lot of bunnies and birds that live in our yard. So quite a few things have been eaten, and that's okay. We're learning to work with our environment, but I don't know, it's been really fun, and it's been fun to do it alongside my son. So in the next probably 2 weeks, I'm going to be transferring a lot of the plants from the garage out into the yard. I already think I need more garden beds. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are growing if you have a garden. If you have like perennials as well, or some kind of ornamental garden that you love, I would love to hear about that too. Right now I'm really focused on our vegetable garden to figure out what works, but we also have quite a lot of ornamental plants in the yard that the previous owner planted that I'm trying to take care of. Anyway, that's my gardening update. And now for my baking. Today I have rising a new recipe that I'm trying out. It's from Aimee Bakes Bread. It's an apple cinnamon sourdough loaf. I've not made like an enriched sourdough. I guess it's not enriched in the way of like butter and eggs, but it's enriched like it's got add-ins. Apple, cinnamon, maybe butter. So I don't know. It's rising. We're working on it. But we'll see how it goes. I am ready for fall flavors. I love them. And I can't wait to make this loaf. I'm just looking at it. It's over there. I pretty much stick with just the classic sourdough loaf. We have 2 or 3 a week at my house. Little loaves, and we just eat them with dinner and then bake another one the next day. So I don't know. I'm ready for fall flavors. If you're in the northern hemisphere, please let me know if you are a fall flavor person. I don't necessarily go for like the pumpkin spice drinks, but I like the pumpkin bread. I like the apple spice. I like cranberry, all of those things I am into. So hopefully this apple bread will turn out well. Thanks for letting me share this time with you. I hope you have a lovely weekend and happy knitting.